Hi guys, it's Tim here from cleverbodybuilding.com. Today we're going to talk to you about SARMs. And we've got a special guest today. We've got Kane from DNA Sports Nutrition. How you doing, buddy?
Tim, how are you?
And Kane's going to go through everything you need to know about SARMs. They're a massively hot topic at the minute, and there's so many different types and there's so many different ways they work. But we're going to go through it as simply as possible so we don't get too confused. All right? So, Kane, well done. What are SARMs?
SARMs are selective androgen receptor modulators, in short.
In
So
short?
that's what they do.
Okay, so what does that mean?
Well, they bind to muscle receptors in the body. All different SARMs do different things, all have different properties, tendencies. Some increase your endurance, some increase muscle size, some increase growth. All different things.
Fantastic. They sound amazing, these do.
Brilliant.
Okay, all right. So, obviously, people have been talking about them for quite a while now. How long have they been around for?
Well, they've been around for 10 years as SARMs, as basically anabolic building agents, but they might have been around longer, just depends, the research obviously, and past previous, but about 10 years.
Fantastic. Okay, a big question, I guess a lot of people will be asking you out there, is are they legal?
They are legal. They're legal to sell currently, and they're legal to buy. So there's nothing illegal at the moment.
I guess going off that is we need to talk. Would they be banned from the Olympics?
Yeah.
So if you're an athlete out there, you want to take these?
They are WADA banned. They are what you were not allowed to use those on WADA. So no.
Okay. So if you're a general person, you'll be fine taking them.
Absolutely fine.
But if you're ever going to get tested by WADA, you're going to get picked up.
Yeah, you can take it.
Okay, all right. So, I mean, that's important because people out there might be asking the question. All right, it's important to know that. The next one is probably on people's list is, are they safe to use?
They are incredibly safe. They're non-toxic to the liver. They're not highly suppressive depending on which SARM you use. Again, some offer others that don't, endurance, things like this. So it all depends on your goals. But yeah, safe-wise, much safer than anything that any other people would be using. So yes, they are.
So I guess like some people take, let's just say anabolic steroids, for example, and orally they're very toxic to the liver, aren't they? So if someone is taking those, these would be a good option to like bypass the liver toxicity, yeah?
Yeah, they're non-toxic to the liver. Obviously, different SARMs are stronger than others, but toxic to the liver, no, which is really good.
Okay, can't go wrong with that. So if I was going on a course, for example, would I get gains quickly?
Depending on which SARM you use and how you start. So we always say introduce people, if they've never taken a SARM before, introduce them to Ostarine. You're going to get your gains from it, you're going to get your fat loss. It's not highly suppressive, and you can dose it at 30 milligrams a day up to, and you're going to see muscle gains, you're going to see fat loss. You can also go stronger, or you can go completely different. So you can go to the endurance route as well, depending on which SARM you use.
Would I notice effects like within the first week?
No, I'd probably say about third week you're going to notice the effects.
So it's quite a slow thing.
Yeah, depending on, I mean, obviously it's going to be in system within the first week to 10 days. By then you're going to be obviously going to the gym, but you'll increase depending on what you're doing in the gym. If you're going for size, you go for strength, you'll notice your weights will be going up. If you're going for endurance, you'll notice you'll be longer or do a better run, shave minutes off your time. So it all depends on what you're doing, specific training.
Sound amazing, these do. Right, okay then. So I guess we're going to run through some of your products, and I know there's loads more of these out there, but these are the most popular ones, right?
Yeah, we run probably 5 at the moment, 5 or 6, depending on which ones, but there are tons and tons. There are a lot more. There's probably about 20, probably up to 20 different cluster SARMs that you can do. Wow. All have different properties. Majority have the same property, healing tendons and bones and things like that, but there are different things that do different ones, different dosages.
All right, okay.
So I brought 5 in today to have a look at, go through the benefits of them.
Let's do it.
And see where we are.
Let's do it. So I'll leave it to you. You go and go through your SARMs. So
we're going to do the MK677, which is a growth. It builds muscle. It will reduce inflammation in your tendons. It will improve your sleep. So it's like an IGF-1 as well. So you'd obviously take it at night time. You can dose it up to about 30 milligrams a day. Okay. Probably, depending on how you do it, a lot of people take it before bed, so have 3 caps before bed. It improves your sleep as well. PCT probably isn't necessary on that one, But if people are taking them, I always recommend that you always PCT anything that basically is going to change muscle mass, increase hormone, anything like that.
Wow. So that's an interesting one. A lot of people struggle to sleep, and that's going to help, right?
Yeah, you do. A lot of people, the feedback with that is that their sleep improves.
And if you're sleeping, guys, you're sleeping, you're recovering, and you're building muscle. Okay. If you don't sleep, you can't really build as well. So,
and it does, at night, it will regenerate your muscle, and hence why that's taken at night is the ample time to take it.
Okay, so obviously that would be a sort of cheaper way of taking sort of growth hormone or something like that.
Definitely.
Yeah, all right, okay, there you go, guys. That's your MK677.
So, yeah, the MK677. Next one we're going to look at is Cardarine. Cardarine is great for endurance. A lot of athletes that obviously that can't use it for WOD use it. So it's great for, if people are taking it and doing CrossFit and things like that aren't being tested. Yeah. It's great for that. So brilliant for endurance.
Anaerobic endurance.
Yes, aerobic endurance. But it also does help build muscle as well, because obviously if you can go longer in the gym, you're going to be building more muscle.
Of course.
Dosages up to 20 milligrams a day. That's really ample dosage for Cardarine. Very good product. Fat loss as well.
It's been well talked about for its fat loss properties.
Yes, and there is a case where a few years ago GSK, Goldsmith and Klein came up with the Cardarine, said that it can give cancer, but it doesn't, because it was only tested on rats.
And if I'm not mistaken, that was 1,000 times a dose.
Yes.
Yeah, and
on rats.
And it's there's not likely you're going to take 1,000 times a dose, and especially on something that's
I've used Cardarine. Cardarine straight in. You will notice Cardarine within probably 3-4 days.
Wow. Straight
away, you'll notice your aerobic increase, you'll notice your longevity on your cardio machines, anything similar to that.
Funny you said that. I've got a client on this at the minute, and we're in a bulking phase, and she was taking this, and she actually had to increase the calories consistently weekly, because she's actually losing weight. So it obviously does the job, right?
Yeah, and Cardarine's great to stack with Ostarine, which we'll go into as well.
Cool.
So Cardarine, great product. Especially if you're anything aerobic, is really good.
One thing you said before, cholesterol, wasn't it? It reduces your cholesterol.
Cardarine massively reduces cholesterol. It's not been under, obviously, your FDA and all your bodies and your boards. It hasn't been proven, but we've had people that have had it from us. Month 1 and month 3, they've come back and say, "Wow, my cholesterol's gone down to like 30%."
Wow. At
the doctors, and a lot of people come back and say it has reduced their cholesterol a lot, and that's the only thing that they've changed in their diet, and it is proven to reduce cholesterol, but obviously not on the spectrum of the the health board and things like that, because it won't get done that way.
It takes ages to go through all that anyway.
Exactly.
So there you go, guys. If you're ever got problems with your cholesterol, then Cardarine seems like it's a very good product for that. All right. Okay.
The next one we're going to look at is Ostarine MK2866. This is probably one of the most popular SARMs on the market.
It's the biggest one we sell.
Yeah, it is. It's a great introductory if you've never taken anything before. People have like Test Booster, things like that. It's a lot stronger than a Test Booster. Great to introduce to. When I first thought, right, what am I going to take to basically increase my training max ability, I started on Ostarine, and I did 10 weeks on it. I think I got about 4 or 5 kilos in strength and gains and stuff like that. Really good. Reduces your fat loss as well. Anyone who's on comp prep as well, perfect. It's great for the cutting phase. Absolutely brilliant. Anabolic up to 15 milligrams a day, but obviously a nice dosage is up to 30 milligrams per day.
Going to comp with this, will that hold water on you?
Ostarine doesn't hold as much as water as, say, let's say LGD. Yeah.
So I'm just for the bodybuilding side of things, would you take this? Would you do this up to a show, or would you stop it before a show? You
can do it up to a show, depending on what other substances people are taking. But you can use that up to a show. So people ask us all the time. I'm a natural athlete. I'm a natural bodybuilder. Will that show up on a drugs test? But that all depends on the drug test that you're getting tested for. Okay. If the list is SARMS, then yes, it's going to show up, because that's what they're going to be testing for. If it's not, then no, it won't show up. So it all depends on your tests, what you're being tested for.
I'm with you. So the federation you're competing with,
exactly.
You need to check with them.
It will show. It will say you are not allowed. These substances. Is it on the list? No, then you're fine. Because they're testing for certain things, you know that.
Totally. Okay, that sounds like a plan to me then. Because one other thing, sorry Kane, sorry to interrupt you. You do get a good pump on this, don't you?
Excellent.
Right? And
Excellent.
I tried these 2 years ago, guys, and I was amazed because I tried pro hormones before and nothing's massively worked, but it's instantly I got these and the pumps were incredible.
Yeah.
So if you get a great pump, and you don't hold water, that's fantastic for a show because that's what you want to be on stage, pumped up.
It is, yeah. I mean, I found the exact same thing when I had them. You know, I'm not veiny at all. That's just me. But I noticed, just like the pump was like incredible. I was like, my God, this is amazing. But great start. If you know all your members and any of your customers, Ostarine is great to start with.
Right.
If you want to stack them, you can stack them. The best to stack with Ostarine is Cardarine.
Okay. And is that
really good?
That because it's
well, you're gonna have your obviously you're gonna have your muscle based Ostarine, and then you're gonna have obviously your fat burning Cardarine, and it increases your physical performance as well.
Fantastic.
Which is even better.
The
next one we've got, if I can move on,
of course you can.
is Stenabolic, which is SR9009. It reduces blood fat, lowers your blood cholesterol, increases your endurance, reduces muscle wastage, and it will obviously increase your muscle mass as well. 30 milligram a day dosage. It's a new one for us. We've only just started doing it in the last couple of weeks. We've got demand for it, so it's like, right, okay, we'll bring it to the range. Not a lot of companies do it. Side effects, pretty similar like all the other SARMs. Just make sure you PCT them. Apart from MK677, I'd probably PCT all of them. PCT is basically over-the-counter test booster, something with milk thistle, fenugreek, anything like that. Okay. 30-day PCT.
And you can get it in your range, can't you?
Yeah, we've got Lifeline, which is our PCT, which is perfect for the SARMs, which is a brilliant PCT. Again, Stenabolic, great SARM. Very similar to Cardarine, how it works. Okay. It's 5 milligram caps, and you can take up to 6 a day, which is your 30 milligram dosage.
Would you do that in one go, or just spread it out?
No, you spread it out over a day. You spread it out. You could do 2-2-2. Okay. So you do morning, lunch, and tea. Is
Cardarine stronger than Stenabolic, or?
Cardarine you're dosing at 20 milligrams. Stenabolic you're dosing at 30 milligrams. So naturally, if you dose it higher, it's going to be stronger.
Yeah.
If you dose it at the same, it's roughly similar.
Okay.
Depending on your goals.
Fair play. But you do sell more Cardarine than that, do you?
Yeah. At the moment, because Cardarine's been on our range a lot longer. But we're getting more demand for SR9009. But Cardarine's very popular for us.
Okay.
The next one we're going to talk about is Ligandrol, which is LGD4033. This is the strongest SARM for anabolic properties on the market. It's 10 times the strength of Ostarine.
Wow.
The gains you get are phenomenal. I used it for about 10 weeks last summer. Gained about 6-7 kilos in about 10 to 12 weeks.
Wow, that's impressive.
Being stronger, it's more suppressive. Okay? It's anabolic at 5 milligrams a day.
Wow, it's potent, that.
Yeah, it's very strong. 10 milligrams a day is ample. So 2 caps a day.
Wow. Is there a length of time you can take this for?
A length of time? Yeah. I'd probably say 10 is fine. 12 is pushing it, depending on what dosage you're on.
We're talking weeks, right?
Yeah, weeks.
Yeah.
If you are on a dosage of 10 milligrams, 10 weeks. If you're on a dosage of 5 milligrams, you can go for 12 weeks.
Okay.
Some people do push 15 milligrams and do it for 8 to 6 weeks.
It's a short stack.
But that is strong. That suppressive wise, it's going to be more. It can aromatize as well.
Okay.
So people have got to be aware. If they're used to taking strong things before, they'll be aware of that. PCT is a must.
Okay.
PCT starts pretty much straight after your capsule, straight in there. But the gains that you get from them, phenomenal.
So muscle building gains.
Muscle building, gains. Yeah, just great. Really, really good. And you feel brilliant as well. Everything's heightened, senses are heightened. It's just a very, very good SARM, but it is really strong. We've had people that say it's too strong. We like Ostarine, which is fine. That's up to people.
A question for you. Would that suppress your libido?
Depending on how you PCT, whilst you're on, it's not going to, obviously. Depending on if you do it correctly, then no.
Right.
But people don't do things correctly. If you do it correctly, so let's say you go on LGD and straight away you're onto a good PCT and you've got everything sorted, you'd be fine.
Got you.
Again, people do things right, people do things wrong.
No problem. going on stacking, we talked about stacking earlier.
Yeah.
So you talk about stacking Ostarine or Cardarine, right?
Yeah.
Would you be able to stack anything else or any other things?
You can stack Ostarine with MK677.
Yeah, so that's the
growth
hormone
with MK677.
Yeah.
You can also stack 3 ways as well. You can stack 3.
Okay.
There are some that you wouldn't stack.
Okay.
So I wouldn't stack LGD with Ostarine because you've got the same anabolic properties.
Yeah.
You've got to just going to have it's going to blow your head off because it's that strong.
Yeah.
Cardarine with Ostarine, fine. Cardarine with LGD.
Yeah.
SR9 with Ostarine.
SR9 is the Stenabolic.
Yep, Stenabolic. MK677 you can stack with majority of stuff. Ostarine definitely as well. So people stack 2 to 3. 3 is quite a lot depending on how you're taking the dosages. You're obviously going to need less because you're putting more into your system. But yeah, they can be stacked. Some I'd advise for women, some I wouldn't advise for women.
Okay.
Because LGD is too strong for women. Ostarine, certain women can use it depending on the dosage that they use.
Yeah.
SR9, fine. Cardarine, fine as well.
Okay.
And that's more
would women be okay with the MK677?
Yes, they would be okay with the M677.
That's just growth hormone.
Yeah, it's growth. They will get quite a good growth off it if they've never used something like that before as well. But Cardarine's great, especially for endurance as well.
Awesome.
Ostarine's fine, but LGD is too strong. I wouldn't advise that at all.
Okay. What about if they were doing like physique?
Even on LGD, I still wouldn't advise it.
Yeah.
No, it's very strong, and it's obviously it's different to anything else that they would be using. For safety reasons, we tell people what to use and what not to use and advise them. So our advice is don't.
Yeah.
If they buy it and use it, we know that we've done everything right, saying we've advised you not to.
Completely with you. All right. So recovering the length of time, so people could be on these for. We've just sort of covered them before, haven't we?
Depends. Different. Cardarine, you can run 16 weeks.
Okay, 16
Stenabolic, the same, 16 weeks.
Okay.
Ostarine, 12 weeks.
Yeah.
LGD, 10 weeks. Growth, MK677, probably 10 weeks as well.
Okay, so they're quite decent.
They're all nice cycle, nice run, depending on the dosages. If you're higher dosage, you run it less. Lower dosage, you run it more.
And how long would you need to PCT after these?
30 days.
30 days?
30 days.
Yeah.
As long as it's a good PCT, you have something like your Lifeline PCT, good, great, get it in and get it done properly.
Would you need to PCT Ligandrol longer?
No.
So it's still
30 days. If you go on it longer, like past your 10, 12 weeks, yes, but then that's not the advice to do.
Yeah, you're just shutting yourself down.
Exactly.
It takes longer
so,
to come back.
you'd say, nah, do it for 10 weeks, great, get your PCT in there and go back on.
Fair dues.
Not a problem.
Can't go wrong with that, can we?
No, exactly.
Right, okay. So going to these, we're going to talk about, do we need any liver support with any of these?
No matter what I'm taking, whether it's SARMS or nothing, I always use liver support, liver, skin, all that kind of stuff because I just use it all year round. Because it's not going to harm you, it's going to help you anyway.
Yeah.
It's not necessary, but I'd always use something like that.
Yeah.
Always.
Because they're not liver toxic.
They're not liver toxic, so it's not necessity, but I always use it just because I'm into that day regime where I take my vitamins, I take my liver and organ, things like that.
You look after yourself.
Trying to.
Yeah, and you're a handsome man as well.
Oh, dear again.
Right.
Yeah.
So we talked about the gains, right, haven't we? So, some of these will give you some real good gains.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, when you come off them, I know like other things, people can drop a lot of size quickly.
Yeah.
Do you retain your size?
85%.
Wow.
85%, as long as you PCT properly.
That's impressive.
You'll retain about 85%, whereas anabolic steroids can be like 50%.
Yeah.
Something like that. So you will retain them. You will retain your size.
Wow.
And the thing is where, with SARMs, you can, as long as you have your 30-day off, you can just keep running them.
Wow.
Because the most important thing is the liver.
Of course.
So of course, they're not toxic, you've got to keep going.
Wow. Okay, well that's impressive. Wow, I've covered most things there.
Tried to.
Yeah.
Tried to.
So guys, I hope that's been useful for you and you got loads of information out there and you now got an idea of the difference between some of the most popular SARMs on the market. Take that advice and and do as you deem worthy. Thanks very much for your time, Kane.
We've also got a little thing for all your clients and customers. So what we're doing is anyone who's seen the video, likes and shares it, the first 10 people, they get a free shaker with our adrenaline pre-workout in as a freebie for watching your video.
That's very kind of you, Kane.
It's no problem to.
Okay, fantastic.
And you've got one as well.
Oh, I'm touched. Right, I love you, man. Thanks very much, Kane. If you want to know any more about that, SARMS, guys, go on the website. We're going to have all the write-ups for them on there. Okay, we'll see you again next time.